What is up, everybody? Welcome to another video here where we got day 2 of free agency, the recap for this. And it wasn't as eventful, at least for me as a Patriots fan. But there were a lot of interesting things that happened, especially if you're a Bears fan. That went very well for you. But let's go ahead and get into this, starting off with some trades to announce. We had no trades yesterday, at least that I'm aware of. But today we got 3 of them. Starting off, the Bills are looking to trade Lee Smith, one of the backup tight ends, to the Falcons for a 2022 late round pick. That is yet to be specified to my knowledge. Speaking of unspecified, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to trade an unspecified draft pick to the Saints for Malcolm Brown, a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Jags. The Jags are looking fairly scary right now. They truly are. And I'll touch on them when I get to their free agency signings. Next, the Lions are going to trade something. Again, unspecified. I don't know what it is yet, but they will be receiving Michael Brockers from the Rams, who fairly recently said Matthew Stafford is a step up from Jared Goff. Yeah, we see. Gonna have some explaining to do there, Michael. But into the signings, we're going to start off with the New York Giants. I messed up my hair right there. Yeah, it's always messed up. That's good enough. The New York Giants. Their first signing of the day. John Ross, the speedster, 1 year, $2.5 million contract. Nothing wrong with that one. And then they, after franchise tagging him multiple times, Leonard Williams, 3 years, $63 million to remain on the Giants. I am a fan of both those signings. I like John Ross more than most. I don't like him, but anyone with that much speed deserves a shot. So he has found his way onto the Giants. Next, the Cleveland Browns assigned it to Karis McKinley. That doesn't sound right. Tack McKinley for 1 year, $4 million to play opposite of Myles Garrett. And that front seven for the Browns is looking nasty. They also signed John Johnson. That's not his name. Is it his name? Am I just being... Yeah, John Johnson. Okay. They signed John Johnson yesterday to help the secondary. Now they got Tack McKinley to beef up even more that front four. Next, the Las Vegas Raiders. They released Rodney Hudson, a huge shock to the league. I'm hoping he gets picked up by the Patriots, especially because David Andrews is going to be going elsewhere. So that sucks. But Rodney Hudson has been released by the Las Vegas Raiders. The Bengals had a nice day for their backfield, their secondary. That's what it's called. Signing cornerbacks Mike Hilton and Chidobe Awuzie. I don't know the official details on Mike Hilton's contract, but Chidobe Awuzie, I don't know all the specifics, but he got a 3-year deal from the Bengals, and they're spending money just not to re-sign any players. Next, the Jacksonville Jaguars were here. For the most part, there were signings. Jahad Ward, Tyson Alualu, Chris Manhertz. Nothing too big there. Alualu signing for 2 years, $6 million. Manhertz 2 years, $7.2 million. I don't know about Ward. I didn't see the specifics of his. But Shaquille Griffin, 3 years, $45 million. And Marvin Jones Jr., 2 years, $14.5 million, which I think is an absolute steal for Marvin Jones Jr. And honestly, when I was writing this up, I thought the Jaguars were going to win the South, but I forgot about... It's going to be close, I think, between the Jaguars and Titans, probably, for second place, and the Colts in there, too, for second place. It's all going to be tough for first place, each. It's going to be a 3-team race between those three, and then there's going to be Houston having loads of fun down at the bottom. Yeah, I'm liking the way that the Jaguars are shaping up for this upcoming years. Next, moving on to the Patriots, I believe they only had one signing today. Hunter Henry, 3 years, $37.5 million. Looking to run the double tight end sets, which Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniel has had tremendous success with. I know that the Hernandez Gronk one is one that pops up a lot, but I think there's Ben Watson and someone else. I wasn't watching football back then, so I don't know. But he's had success with 2 tight ends. I expect that to come again. Next, the Denver Broncos. They are going to pick up Von Miller's option, keeping up, for this year. I think they've addressed both their needs, because I've spent a lot of my energy, more of the focus of my football knowledge has gone to the draft. Their big needs were cornerback, edge, still needs, but they've solved the problem for at least one more year. Signing Bradley Roby, was it right? I think I'm not being stupid. Ronald Darby, that's who it is, same player. And then picking up Von Miller's option, their big new quarterback edge. They've solved them for this upcoming year. Still could use someone like Surtain or Pay or whatever. Moving on, the Tennessee Titans started off a little shaky. In terms of, I don't know necessarily about shaky, but they released Adoree Jackson and Dennis Kelly. I think Adoree Jackson will make a team very happy if he goes to a good team. If he goes to a bad team, they're going to be disappointed in him. But I think he can play nice. He won't be a cornerback 1, I don't think, but nice 2 or 3. Dennis Kelly, I don't know too much about. However, the Titans then, shortly after releasing those 2, went and signed Janoris Jenkins. I, again, don't know the details on this one. The amount of details that were withheld today are a lot more than yesterday. But Janoris Jenkins, at least that I saw, has signed with the Tennessee Titans. This Pittsburgh Steelers, Zach Banner resigns, and they released Vince Williams. I honestly don't know too much about those 2 players, but if you're Steelers fans, let me know how you feel. I don't think those are big deals, but they happen. The Dallas Cowboys, their first time being mentioned in free agency, signing Ty Nsekhe for a 1-year deal, and then C.J. Goodwin re-signing him for 2 years, $3.5 million. Nothing too impressive for them there. I'd like, again, in terms of draft, those are their 2 biggest needs. The Goodwin's a re-sign, so that's not great. But Nsekhe, I know offensive line's getting a little shakier, so maybe he'll turn into something good, but you're going to have to re-sign him after this year. The Baltimore Ravens had a tough day yesterday, losing Ngakoue and Judon. But they came back, re-signed Chris Board, 1 year, $1.6 million. Then re-signed Tyus Bowser, 4 year, $22 million. And re-signed Derek Wolfe. Again, don't know the specifics, but those 3 are back for the Ravens. Not bad for them. The Colts placed a second-round tender on Zach Pascal, along with the Packers doing that to Robert Tonyan. I think were smart choices there. The Vikings signed Shamar Stephen. Again, don't know the specific. Oh no, wait. I thought they released him. They released Shamar Stephen. That's why I have no specifics, because it didn't happen. They released Shamar Stephen after last night. Being able to sign Dalvin Tomlinson. They didn't need him anymore, so he went bye-bye. The Bills, they were able to sign Matt Hack. I don't know the details, again, because apparently my sources are just not good for this. And they also signed Emmanuel Sanders, but who cares about that? 1 year, $6 million. Next, the Chicago Bears. I'm really sorry. I am truly, dearly sorry. First, they re-signed Jermaine Ifedi, 1 year, $5 million. I don't know if it's better for me just not to talk about it. But Andy Dalton, 1 year, $10 million. I don't know how many of you are Bears fans. If anyone is watching this, I don't know if you're a Bears fan. I'm sorry. It's not going to be fun. They should have just re-signed Mitch. Anyway, moving on. The Seattle Seahawks, Ahkello Witherspoon is signed for a 1 year deal, and they re-signed Poona Ford on a 2 year deal. Don't know the value of those contracts, but they happen. The Saints, maybe the second most important signing behind Matt Hack. They signed Alex Arma the fullback from Carolina. Actually, a very versatile weapon because Saints don't have enough of those. The Dolphins had a fairly nice day getting Malcolm Brown and Jacoby Brissett. I think overall they're looking pretty good. Jacoby Brissett can step in if Tua just doesn't work. He's there if needed. Cardinals re-signed Kelvin Beachum. Don't know the specifics again. My sources are just apparently not good enough. But one I do have specifics on, Tyrod Taylor signs for 1 year, $12.5 million with the Texans. I think I already said that. But you need some questioning. I mean, if you're fully sold that Watson's staying, why do you need Tyrod? Why? There is also some more Deshaun Watson news, but I personally don't want to touch on that. That's not what I want to really talk about. But Tyrod Taylor signing for 1 year, $12.5 million. The Chiefs go ahead and release superhero Damian Williams, which sucks, but they really don't need him. I get it. Washington made a nice signing, I think, with William Jackson, cornerback one potential, except for Kendall Fuller's there, so cornerback 2. But anyway, Washington not revamping. The defense still looking strong. And finally, the final signing of today, the Detroit Lions signed Jamal Williams for 2 years, $7.5 million. The Lions were busy today. I love that signing for Jamal Williams. I think that'll help Swift a lot. But they were also able to get Michael Brocker. So I think overall, maybe not busy, but successful day for them. I think it was nice. But some key still available free agents: Trent Williams, Kenny Golladay, Jadeveon Clowney, Will Fuller, Curtis Samuel, Juju, Mitchell Schwartz, Son Reddick, Eric Fisher, Richard Sherman is still available. Sammy Watkins, Antonio Brown. He is no longer available. Let me delete him. Kenyon Drake, Patrick Peterson, Ndamukong Suh, Kyle Van Noy. Don't know where he's going. Keanu Neal, Alejandro Villanueva, Alden Smith, Rashad Breeland, Marlon Mack. I think could be a nice running back pickup for a lot of teams. I think Kyle Long is working out with Las Vegas, I believe is what I heard. But Malik Hooker, Lawrence Guy, James Conner, whether he's had it down or not, still worth mentioning. Chidobe Awuzie, Everson Griffin, Jared Cook, Mike Davis, and of course the GOAT Mitchell Trubisky, the MVP award winner. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and there will be another one of these videos tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Adios.